So let's start. So first of all, I'll be explaining you how to install the server. I'll be sharing my screen. Please ping me if it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So everyone must have downloaded from this link, this green button. Have everyone done? Resend link. Okay.
Still downloading.
Not an issue. The installation is similar to Kali Linux only. It would be a zip file. We have to unzip it and we have to run it in VMware. That's it. Like see, I'll be this is the zip file you'll be having when you'll download it. Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir,
So
visible.
when you'll be unzipping it, it would look like this. Similarly, is similar to your Kali Linux. Like there were so many files in Kali Linux, but here are only these files. But this is the main major file and the common file between Kali Linux as well as Metasploitable. So you just have to double tap it or double left click. I can't see screen. Samrat, there would be some network issue from your side only. Like everyone is able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So Samrat, please check your network.
Okay.
Okay. So here it will be asking about I moved it or I copied it. You have to click I copied it. Can anyone send the link? Sure, I'll send it again. Okay. So you just have to double left click it and it will start running. Similarly to Kali Linux. This is the first boot. Should I increase the screen window, pop-up window?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Like this is by default this ratio only. So you'll see a screen like this. Metasploitable, warning, contact, login with. You'll be having these login credentials. MSF admin and MSF admin. Is it visible?
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Uh, I have installed Kali Linux in VirtualBox. So is that a problem? Like
not an
you
issue.
said.
Not an issue.
Okay.
So you just when after you'll be running it, you just have to log in MSF admin. It would ask you for the password MSF admin and enter. And as you can see, we are now inside the Metasploitable now. And this was the reason we were having the first session as Linux commands only. Because to run Metasploitable, we need commands only. And when we'll be hacking this Metasploitable, to access Metasploitable, we have to run commands only. As you can see, there's no GUI, there's only CUI. Okay. So can anyone tell me how to list the files? Which command?
Sir, ls.
Very good. So if I do ls here, see, we have only one folder that is vulnerable. So if we go to into vulnerable, if you again give ls, see, so everything should be Linux commands only. So everyone got the installation. Everyone,
Not yet.
not an issue. Till the time we can cover up some theory part. I know it would be boring, but we have to. So, what is penetration testing according to you guys?
Sir, finding vulnerability in any system and trying to attack it.
Not trying to attack it, finding
Sir,
vulnerability. Yeah,
we can say that it is an act of hacking in which hacker penetrate into a system or a network only with the authorization of their owner or the company for which he
yeah,
is doing the act.
very good. So, we are penetrating a system for finding vulnerabilities and reporting them ethically, not trying to attack. Like, suppose a robber comes into a house. First of all, what he do is he do the planning. So, first step of penetration testing is planning. If like whenever you'll be having the like deal with the companies, they'll be providing you domains. Like these are my networks, these are my IP addresses, and these are my domains. So as an ethical hacker, you have to plan according to that. Like how you'll be approaching the websites, how you'll be approaching the IP addresses, and how you'll be approaching the network scanning. Similarly, a robber plans, like he observes all the times, like when members of the house are inside the house, when the house is empty. Similarly, hackers plan everything, and after that, planning and discovery can be done side by side. So similarly, the like the robber scans the whole house for the bugs or for the vulnerability or for the flaws in the house, like some you can say low impact lock or up window or something like a wall with flaws where from where he or she can enter, right? So first of all, we'll be planning like what we are having. So here we are having metasploitable. Now how to approach is, first we'll check the IP address of this metasploitable. So the IP address of metasploitable, you can see inet address 192.168.127.129. Similar to this address, companies will give you the networks, the domains, and the addresses of their companies, and then you have to hack it. Now there are, you can say there are three types of penetration testing. The first is white box testing. In white box testing, company will give you everything about their network, domain, data, everything, even the intel also, even the intel data also in white box. Hacker just have to check all the data, and then he has to report the flaws. The next type of penetration testing is black box testing. In black box testing, company will just give you the IP address and nothing else. It will tell you to act as a third person who is attacking their company without any data. So here discovery and reconnaissance comes. When hacker is just having an IP address, like today we are having just a IP address of Metasploitable. We don't have anything else. So first of all, we have to scan the whole network. How many ports are open, how many data is there. So like reconnaissance and discovery is something where we have to collect as much data as we can about the address or about the company. Like we can even find human flaws also in companies. Penetration testers also find human flaws also, like they act as a third person and they goes to the security guards and all, they talk to them, they like manipulate them, they try to manipulate them. So everything comes under ethical hacking. Human hacking is social engineering, and Here we are doing penetration testing. The next type of penetration testing is the gray box testing. In gray box testing, it is like combination of both. Company will give you some data and they will tell you to find the other data by yourself. So any doubt in the theoretical part till now? Anyone? Which network adapter it works? Net. Sorry, Pawan, I didn't got your question. NAT bridge or what? Yeah, NAT bridge. NAT. You are NAT. NAT will take your common ISP IP address and it will make a bridge between your virtual machine. So any doubts till information gathering, reconnaissance, discovery, and planning, everything is covered? Okay. So the next step we have is vulnerability analysis. Here we find vulnerabilities. It is the most interesting part. We hack into the system. We try to hack into the system from wherever we can. And after that, like suppose we have found a bug. We'll not report that bug till the time we test everything about that bug. We have to test everything about that bug. I'm repeating it again. If you find a bug, don't just go and report. Similarly, in bug bounty also, when we'll be doing bug bounty in the next session, whenever you find a bug or a vulnerability, don't get excited for the bug bounty because sometimes people get excited in bug bounties. They find the bug, they report it. It's okay, it's valid. But if you escalate the bug, it would give you more bounty. So every time, try to exploit the bug more and more till how much you can. If someone finds XSS, they report it immediately. It's okay. It's valid. You'll get $100, $200. But if you'll provide a proper exploitation impact to the company about XSS, like if you provide a whole scenario escalating the bug, escalating the impact, it could cost you $1,000 also. So always, this is the step, exploitation. Here, after the vulnerability analysis, try to exploit the bug. Because in the company, if you are hired as a penetration tester, you can't just find the bug and report it. You have to provide all the ways of exploitation of that bug to the company. You can't just give like this is the bug, take it and repair it. You have to provide all the valid ways that a hacker can use to exploit that bug. Suppose you have provided 2 to 3 ways to the companies, they repaired it. But if a hacker comes and find out a fourth way also, then what is the use of you? So always try to escalate the bug. And after that, you have to report it. And writing a good report is also the major important part in penetration testing as well as bug bounty. Sometimes it happens you find a valid bug, but your report is not up to mark and company is not able to understand it and company is not able to understand how to reproduce that bug. Like if I'll show you my bug bounty report, I'll show you my bug crowd only. Don't mitigate it, it's already been accepted and like you'll get duplicate if you'll report this again. See, can anyone see this report? Can everyone see this report? Can I get the download link, please? What is the duplicate stuff? I'll tell you the I'll tell you. So duplicate is, if suppose when we when we'll be doing bug bounties, there are some particular rules. I'll be explaining that in that session. There are some particular rules from the company. So duplicate is something like suppose me and Tushar is working on a similar website and we found a similar bug, a valid similar bug. The bounty will be rewarded to that researcher who has reported it earlier. Like Tushar has reported it earlier than me, he'll get all the bounties, all the acknowledgements, everything. But if I'll report it again, they'll say this is a duplicate report, we can't reward you anything. But thank you for your hard work. So, got everyone what is duplicate? Okay. So, see this report. You have to provide everything like what is a vulnerability type, what is the name. You have to provide the whole steps how to reproduce that vulnerability. What is the impact? Is it visible to everyone? Yeah. Duplicate is something that is already been reported to the company. So we'll be doing that in the next session. We'll be reporting vulnerabilities. So these are the main steps of penetration testing. Clear, everyone? Any doubt in the theoretical part? Okay, great. So can I say everyone has installed Metasploitable till now? Ayush? Ayush Sharma, is it done? I think he got bored of the theoretical part. So can we start the like practical now? Everyone has installed it? Okay, great. So for checking anything's like if we write ipconfig in our command prompt in Windows, we get the IP address, we get our local IP address, right? So first we'll be getting the IP address of Metasploitable 2. For that, just write ifconfig, press enter. You'll get the IP address of Metasploitable 2, that is 192.168.127.129 in my case. It would vary in your case according to your ISP. Okay. Wait, guys, there's a problem with Ayush. Anyone else is there who's having problem while moving outside the VMware, like moving the cursor outside the VMware? So whenever you are your cursor inside the like, see, now my cursor is inside Metasploitable. Just press Control plus Alt, and your cursor will move outside the VMware. Okay?
Yes,
Can
got
you
it.
elaborate about OSCP certification? Who's this? Riyansh. Riyansh, I'll explain it at the last for sure. Just remind me. Okay. So we have got the IP address of a Metasploitable. So the next step was we planned. Now we have to discover and we have to do the reconnaissance, right? So everyone open your Kali Linux, log in, open your terminals, and let's hack. Tell me if I have to increase the text font of the terminal. Just ping me.
Where's the terminal? Can you please tell?
Like I'm saying, should I increase the text of the terminal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The desktop is too enlarged. Like I have not done anything. It's normal only. Is it okay? Should I increase more?
No,
Okay.
sir, it's okay.
Okay. So let's cover some tools today. Let's cover some Kali Linux tools and some basic commands. So we have to do reconnaissance, and we have just a IP address of a machine. Metasploitable is our victim machine and Kali Linux is our attacking machine. So whenever you have an IP address, always approach it as scanning. Do port scanning for IP addresses. Now, port scanning is like, first tell me how many of you know what is ports? What are ports? Everyone knows what are ports? PORTS, networking ports.
Like the Ethernet ports and all.
So the port is used to transfer the data. I mean, based on protocol, UDP, TCP, or whatever it is.
Yeah,
So the data packets will be transmitting over the network
yeah,
via these.
great. So I'll like for everyone I'll explain in simple language. One term is protocol. Protocol means rules and regulations. Another term is ports. Ports are something. which helps you to connect to a service. You can say it is an intermediary between your system and a service, a internet service. Like whenever we use Gmail, there's a protocol named SMTP. So SMTP is a protocol. You are the user, and the protocol and the port which is used for SMTP is this. I have made a list for you all. I'll like give you in chat also. So these are some renowned protocols and port numbers. We have to focus on FTP, SSH, and Samba. Wait, it only came half 123. Everyone got the ports and services?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so the best practice is always try to remember some major ports like FTP 2021, SSH 22, Samba server 139, HTTP 443. These are some main things. And like 80 and 8080 is HTTP, everyone knows that. So these are some main things. Hey everybody, Mr. Savage, this side of announcing it. If you got a website SMTP and IP address too, how can you exploit with it? If the SMTP port is open, you can exploit it. You can use Metasploit payloads to have a backdoor also, or you can perform a DOS attack also. So everyone understood what are ports? I'll move further.
Sir, what is the use for Samba server? I mean, where exactly? Can you give a little bit information on that?
Sure, I'll make a simple language. Like Samba, you can say if you are a user and you have to print something, like if you have to use a third party device.
Okay.
Basically, Samba server is used with Microsoft, and it is used for like printing or downloading some files. It is similar to, you can say, FTP also.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
We can have a look. Yeah.
Any doubts? Any other doubt? But DOS in bug hunting. Yeah, we have DOS in bug hunting also. Not every time there is a rate limit vulnerability. It provides DOS also, and it provides brute forcing also. So let's move further. So first of all, we'll be doing port scanning for the IP address. Now, how to do the port scanning? There's a tool named Nmap. NMAP, Nmap. Let's see its help guide, and I'll explain it more. So what Nmap does, Nmap scans the whole IP address and finds out what are the open ports. Like I have given you a list of ports. They can be closed also, they can be open also. Sometimes developer keeps ports open, sometimes they keep ports closed. And sometimes developer forgets to close the ports. And that is the big advantage for a penetration tester. If the port is open, we can exploit the port and we can enter the system. So Nmap is the great tool to scan to do port scanning. It will scan whole IP address for ports as well as OS. Like you can see, It will scan for ports as well as services. What service is running on ports, as well as scripts, as well as OS detection. Like on that IP address, on that server, which operating system is running, like Windows, Linux, Ubuntu. Any doubts? What is Nmap? Anyone?
Just a second,
Okay.
Shivansh. Where do I find this shell thing in Kali?
Which shell? Like
The one-
terminal. This is a terminal. It would be here on the above left corner. This small black window.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So there are some examples to use Nmap. How to use Nmap. So let's clear and let's see what's the message. Hold on. Okay. So let's start with the port scanning. So Nmap minus V is verbose mode. It's VERBOSE. Verbose mode is something which do a stealth scan, as well as it will print everything whatever the Nmap is doing on your screen, so that you could see what is happening behind the scenes. Okay. So minus V for verbose and minus A for aggressive mode. Now, as you can take it from the name only, aggressive mode is something which will scan for everything. It will scan for ports also, it will scan for OS also, it will scan for services also at the same time, and it will scan aggressively. That means it will do a deep scan of the IP address, so that if any port is hidden, it would be visible. Got the syntax of Nmap? Any doubts?
No.
Okay. Now we have to provide the IP address of the victim machine. I'll be calling victim machine as metasploitable. Okay. So what's our IP address of victim machine is 192.168.127.129. Okay. So 192.168.127.129, and just press enter and wait for the results. So this is verbose mode. You can see everything what is happening. Everyone doing side by side?
Yes.
Okay. So just wait for the results. So scan is done. Now you can see we have everything from our IP address. Like this was the verbose mode. These are the results. So port number 121 FTP, and the version and the service for FTP which is used by this IP address is VFFTPD. This is a company, and this is the version which is providing FTP to this server. The next port we have is 22, which is SSH. This is the version and the you can say model or the company. OpenSSH 4.7 P1 Debian Ubuntu. The next we have is 23, which is a telnet port. The next we have is 25, which is SMTP port. The next we have is 53, which is open domain ISC bind port. So why I was saying FTP, Samba, and SSH. These three ports are major. Why I was saying? Because these three ports can provide you the direct access to the server. You can provide backdoors from these three. You can provide remote code execution from these three. Like you could have direct access to the server using these three ports. If anywhere you find these three ports open, That's your lucky day. Any doubts? Like there are more ports also. 80 for HTTP, 1111 RPC, NetBIOS, exec, login, TCP wrapped, even MySQL also. How many of you knows MySQL? What is MySQL?
Open
Database.
source database.
Yeah. So
Yes.
MySQL is something in which the database is stored of a system. So database of this IP address is stored inside this MySQL. So if you hack this MySQL, you will get all the database of this victim machine. Now suppose you are working for a company, you find their MySQL open port. If you enter that, if you enter into MySQL, you'll get the data of that company, even the employee data, even the Intel data, everything which is stored inside the database. Okay. Any doubts? Like these are more ports. Everyone done till now? Done till here?
So could you please show the code command again? The nmap command.
I could write in chat also. Nmap minus V for verbose, minus capital A for aggressive, and your IP. Your not your IP, Metasploit IP. Your Metasploitable IP.
हेलो हेलो
Yes, yes, sir.
सर मैं एक बार हिंदी में बोल सकता हूँ सर?
हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
हाँ सर, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ कि ये आपने बोला कि माई एसक्यूएल में आप डेटाबेस है, ठीक है, उससे आप अंदर जा सकते हो, ठीक है, तो एक बार मेरे को ये प्रैक्टिकल देखना हो तो.
डेटाबेस से आप अंदर नहीं जा सकते. डेटाबेस लेकिन अगर आपको मिल जाए तो आपको कंपनी का सारा डेटा मिल जाएगा.
कैसे? इसमें तो ये वल्नरेबल है, ठीक है, वो ओवास्ट वाला मेटास्प्लोइटेबल, ठीक है, तो उसमें से आप ये डेटाबेस में कैसे जा सकते हो? इसमें से पोर्ट में से कैसे जा सकते हो?
पोर्ट में से मैं दिखा दूंगा. आगे मैं
ये मेरे
इसका
को.
प्रैक्टिस
हाँ,
करा दूंगा मैं.
ओके ओके, श्योर श्योर, ओके, थैंक यू.
So why I was focusing on those three ports, like Selva is asking, it's SSH, Samba, and what was the third? Even I forget sometimes. SSH, Samba, and yeah, FTP. Because these three services can provide you the direct access inside the server. MySQL will just provide you the information of the database. It will not provide you access of the server. So, what's the best thing? Access of the server or just the information? Anyone?
Access of the server.
Yeah, because if you'll find the access of the server, everything is in your hands. Metasploitable link. I'll send it again. Resh, you can have it. Okay, so first of all,
So I'm starting the nmap scan, but it just keeps saying that the hosts are not found. But I like turned it on my virtual box.
like what is happening? You have written nmap minus v minus a and your metasploitable IP address.
Yes.
Then
Like
what it
I went to Metasploitable. I just like typed in if config. It gave me my inet address and I just popped that in my console.
yeah.
But it just says starting nmap scan, pre-scanning, and it's not giving me any ports, like any open ports. It just says the host seems to be down.
Uh,
Yes, the same problem here.
is your Metasploit is connected with NAT bridge? मतलब like it is connected with network internet.
It is, I think. I'll just try it again. Close it and try it again.
Let's see. Open your VMware. Go to your Metasploitable. Go to settings. Is it visible?
Yeah, it is.
Look, I can't use right now. So just go to settings and like like configure the network settings. That is why it is saying it is down.
It is not.
Or what you can do, one thing, you can have my IP address, my Metasploitable IP address.
Will it work?
Okay.
It's a remote machine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
So
try it. I'm trying Bridger after using my VLAN, so might work.
okay. Okay. So should I move further?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have got the ports. Next thing was vulnerability analysis. Now let's check out the ports. Sorry. Now the most easiest way to access a server is SSH. You'll find SSH open almost in every IP address, but the problem comes is SSH needs a login ID and password. And being a penetration tester, you have to find the login ID and password, because what happens sometimes developers forget to change the default credentials of SSH, and which is a loophole for a hacker. Okay, so so hacking a machine using SSH is pretty easy. Just do SSH add it your victim's IP address 192.
Sir, could you please increase the font size?
Sorry, wait. Yeah. So SSH at the rate 192.168.127.129. Guys, just message on chat only, don't on WhatsApp. I can't focus on like both spaces. So SSH, like the basic syntax for SSH is SSH username, here it is MSF admin at the rate IP address of the victim's machine. Okay, press enter. Are you sure you want to continue connecting? Yes. What's the password? Now, there's a, I could give you in chat, there's like default credentials for these. Like, I can't type in chat. Am I audible to anyone?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
I think this Google Meet is hanged. Okay. So like there are some default credentials like like root ID, root password, root, root user, password, MSF admin, MSF admin, and admin, admin, administrator, administrator, and the shuffling of all these can be used as a default credentials by developers. So sometimes they forget to change this, and this is a big loophole, really big loophole. If a developer forgets, see, I'll enter the default credential MSF admin, like it is not visible. I'll press enter. I'm inside this Metasploit server. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So hacking through SSH is simply pretty easy. Now, as I told you in the last session also, whenever we hack a system, victim's machine, like, you can see there's no GUI. So if you hack it and if you don't know the commands, there's no use, right? So let's check. Uname -a. Linux Metasploitable version this. Let's see files. ls vulnerable. It was visible when I showed you in Metasploit, right? cd vulnerable, ls, all these files. Now see, if you'll hack into MySQL, you'll get the data. If you'll access the server, you'll get MySQL also. See, MySQL keys, MySQL database, configuration file, everything. So who was having the doubt of hacking in MySQL? Like, see, MySQL is all in your hands. Any doubts? Anyone? RK Mishra, like, that is what I'm telling you. If you find SSH open and if you have to do a hit and trial of default credentials, because that is a loophole. But if a company has provided a strong ID and strong password, that is not a loophole. So being a penetration tester, you have to find this thing only. If you get access through default credentials, that is a loophole. Yeah, you'll be getting the, like, I'll be providing the recording link, not an issue. How you gave the password? Just type and press enter. It will like, typing is not visible while typing password. It is not visible. So just type and press enter. How to use that keys SQL? Okay. SQL can be accessed like this. There's a SQL shell. Just do it. Connect and what else? Root @ localhost port number. Provide the password. No, you are inside the MySQL. So whenever you'll find the information about MySQL, you'll get the username, you'll get the IP address, you'll get the port number, and you'll get the password. And if you're having these four things, you are having the whole database of the company. Is it clear, RK Mishra?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, say.
Sir, if the server has firewall and if we scan them using Nmap and we get blocked, how to overcome that, sir?
Like, that is why we are using -a. -a scans stealthily. It is a stealth scan, so we never get blocked by firewall in stealth scanning. That is why I'm using -a.
Okay, sir. Sir, A is aggressive scan only, no, sir.
Yeah.
Stealth scan, sir, we use -S only, no, sir.
Yeah, you can even there is -sy also. So you can do stealth scanning. Then firewall will not block you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. How to connect with SQL? Show once again, sir. Okay. So this is a general syntax. /connect. When you'll find the information, you'll get username, you'll get IP address like this, you'll get port number like this. Just press enter, and then you'll be having the password also. Just enter password. No, you are connected. Now you can do everything. Show databases. Sorry, show database. I think I don't know why it is not running. But list is not working here. This is a SQL server. How to open my? You have to install MySQL in your Windows in your system. Then you'll be having shell. But we not make data till now. So sorry, Arkamisha, I didn't got your question. But we not make data till now. There is no DBS. Yeah. So should I move further?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So now comes the interesting parts. This was the easiest hack. If you're having SSH and if default credentials are there, boom. Okay. Now let's. So our SSH is done. Now let's go to our FTP server. This is the second server which can get access to the server, like second port. So for that, everyone should like open a new window in a same terminal only and write MSF console. It is a great tool for exploiting the open ports. You'll see this waving starting the Metasploit framework console. Can everything follow me? Like, can everyone follow me? Any doubts? You'll see a page like this.
Could you please repeat the last step you did?
Sorry.
Could you please repeat the last step you did just now?
Just go to your terminal, open another shell inside the same terminal, and just write MSF console. MSF CONSOLE.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone got till here? Any doubt till now?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is MSF console. As you can see, 2045 exploits, 1106 auxiliary, 344 posts, 562 payloads. So there's a huge amount of exploits. You can use all these exploits to hack into a server on the basis of the version and the service used by that port. So like see, we are having 21 FTP server, FTP port, and the version is VSFTPD 2.3.4. So let's check, are we having any exploits for this version? So for that, there's simple commands. Search uh, okay. It shows MSF, not MSF5. Not an issue. So just do search and just search the server version, like port version. So VSFTPD, VSFTPD, and it will find you the ports, not ports. It will find you the exploits for that thing. As you can see, there's one exploit for this version, FTP version, VSFTPD 234 backdoor. Now, can anyone tell me what is a backdoor?
which creates a door where we can enter any time in a system.
We can embed through the system.
Saksham, your voice is like
So
getting beyond.
it is a type of malware we can say which allows a hacker to enter into the system anytime he wants.
Yeah, very good.
It's like a
So,
remote shell.
whenever a hacker exploits a port, he could install a backdoor inside that thing, inside that system. So, whenever the hacker wants, he could connect to that backdoor and he's inside that server. So, to exploit this FTP port, we'll be using this exploit. So, how to use? Just type use and copy this and paste this. So, use this exploit. And as you can see, we are using this exploit now. Any doubts till now? Anyone? Are you guys following?
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
Okay. So now let's see what options this exploit provide. So just write show options and press enter. So just write this show options and you'll get options of this exploit. What options this exploit is providing. So as you can see, this exploit is providing, like, this is asking for a R host and it is having a R port by default. So can anyone tell me what is this 21 port? Port 21.
FTP.
Yeah, very good. So it recognized that port number is 21 by default, but it is asking the target host. What is the IP of the target host where this exploit has to connect? So we'll be providing the target host to this exploit. So for that, just write set R host. Like, I think, is it visible? Like, this meet.google.com is covering that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now,
Now it's okay, sir.
okay. So set R host and here provide that victim's IP address. So what is the victim's IP address?
That's right.
Yeah, Metasploit. So here just provide the Metasploit IP address. Set R host 192.168.127.129. Press enter. R host is saved. For verifying, show options. R host is there. R port is there. Everything is set. Now the last thing and the most interesting part, write exploit. Press enter. Backdoor service has spawned. Command shell session 1 opened. As you can see, now we are inside the Metasploit again. We are connected through a backdoor using that FTP port. Interesting?
Yes, sir.
Everyone got till here?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, in my shell, it is not after typing nmap v slash aip. It's not showing much details.
In Nmap, what you are writing?
Sir, the command you wrote to scan the uh,
Nmap minus V.
यस सर, फिर माइनस ए एंड देन माई आईपी
Yes.
192.168 दिस वन।
Yeah.
सर इसके बाद भी मेरे पास कुछ ज्यादा वो आ नहीं रहे यहाँ पे, जैसे आपके शेल में आता है।
Uh, like, can you share the picture in chat if it is possible?
इससे शायद पिक्चर तो शेयर नहीं होती यहाँ पे।
Like what is like what is written there?
सर यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है ऑल 1000 स्कैन पोर्ट्स ऑन काली 192.168.43.40 आर क्लोज्ड, टू मैनी फिंगरप्रिंट्स मैच दिस होस्ट टू गिव स्पेसिफिक ओएस डिटेल्स।
Are you using someone else's IP, metasploitable IP?
नो सर, मेरे पास सिंगल बूट में है, तो फिर मैंने अपनी आईपी पे ट्राई किया था।
अपने विंडो के आईपी पे या मेटास्प्लॉइट के आईपी पे?
सर नहीं, अपने काली के आईएफ कॉन्फ़िग वाले आईपी पे।
काली वाला जो आईएफ कॉन्फ़िग है वो आपका अटैकर वाला है, उस पे नहीं करना, अपने आप को थोड़ी अटैक करना है।
नहीं सर, तो फिर मेरे पास मैं वो अपना मेटास्प्लॉइटेबल 2 वाला कैसे बनाऊं?
उसको वर्चुअल मशीन से यूज करके अपने उसमें काली में ही, या अभी एक काम करो किसी और का ले लो, मैं मेरा ही ले लो।
ओके सर।
अम, अपने आप को थोड़ी अटैक करना, अपना आईपी एड्रेस यूज कर रहे हो तो वो सारे पोर्ट्स क्लोज ही देगा।
नहीं सर, मैंने आपका भी लिया था 192.168.127, ये इस पे भी शो नहीं हो पा रहा है फिर भी। एक
क्योंकि
और बार
मे बी।
ट्राई करता हूँ मैं।
हाँ। यस अरविंद सर।
Sir, I'm good. Actually, I was thinking, right, he can open a new terminal in single root and try to get the IP config and try to use that port. I hope it will work.
Like he'll be getting the IP for his own system only.
Okay. So, single rooted.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Then,
Maybe.
yeah. Then he'll be attacking his own IP
Own
from his
system.
own IP.
Yeah. Got it, sir.
So Tushar, you cover. We'll move forward.
ओके सर।
So everyone got the shell? Any doubts? Everyone? Okay. We are here working on two different systems. Nice. Yeah. So let's check. Remember your Linux commands. Uname -a Linux Metasploitable server version. We are inside Metasploitable now. ls. These are the directories. Let's go to where should we go? Let's go to root. ls. Let's go to desktop. So this is how you can access. Like desktop is empty. Move back. Let's check something else. Let's check user. cd user. Anything here? So like this is how you can access the data. You can access the directories. Any doubts?
Sir,
Yeah.
the port 21 we used, the Metasploit was having backdoor for it. But if any backdoor is not there in Metasploit for a specific port, then how can we create one?
For that, you have to find on Google for your like service version, or you can make your own exploits also. But for making your own exploits, you should know like Python scripting or Bash scripting.
But sir, that
Sir,
would be
is there
detectable
any
by the Windows firewall.
Uh, uh, Sorry, Arvind sir, wait 2 minutes. Yeah, you are.
But that would be detectable by the Windows firewall if we try.
You have to. That is a trick of making exploits. Your exploit should not be detected by any antivirus.
So don't we have any tool in Kali Linux?
Like there's no tool in Kali Linux, but there are other tools on GitHub also for making exploits, good exploits.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, that's
I mean, sir, I was thinking, like, can we install if it kind or simulate a backdoor in the victim IP address or victim machine by any means, by any tools? Just he asked about if we have any.
like similar way. If FTP port is open, you can do like this, or if you have a physical, like you have physical hands on a victim's device, then you can install anything, any particular backdoor software and hide it, and then from your home you can access that backdoor.
Oh, okay, in that way. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, sir.
So we have done with our next FTP port with which we can get the access. Now let's cover Sama server, the third port with which we could get access. Log out, not log out, exit. We have exited now. So our third is where is Sama? Hmm. There are, we have Sama is 139 also and Sama is 445 also. So let's check 139. So let's search for it. Are we having something? So search Sama. So these are the exploits, and this is the description for that. I'll Is it possible for everyone to search? So exploit. Uh, which exploit should we take? Exploit multi username map script command. This is good. Let's take this. Why I'm taking this? Sama username map script command execution. Wherever you are able to execute any command on the server, that means you can access that server. Like we were executing commands using FTP. Similarly, you can use Sama also. You also use search exploit Sama. Yeah, we can use search exploit also, but that is another tool. But we have search command in Metasploit also. That they both are same things. You'll when you'll search through search exploit, you'll get same results. Not an issue. Bypass antivirus evasion technique. What does rest underscore logs dot sh stop the Samba daemon and system logging? What is evade? Wait, I'll answer. Let me complete. So let's use this exploit. Use. We are using. Everyone following? Now again, let's show options. What options we have? So here there's something different. What is different? Our host is empty. We have to provide our host. Our port is there because Sama is having 139. What is this L host and L port? Can anyone tell me?
Sir, our IP and our port, the on which we want to listen. for the
Yeah,
attacker.
yeah. What this exploit will do, like, see, I'll explain you a scenario. Suppose Tushar is in his house and I am in my house. No one can call Tushar through phone. Whenever someone calls Tushar through phone, his uh, walls of walls of his house blocks that call. No one can connect through outside. Are you getting the scenario?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So no one can connect from outside to Tushar. So what is the best way? What we can do is we can let Tushar connect to us. Similar scenario in this uh, penetration testing. If I'm connecting from my, like, there was some question of firewall bypass also. This is like, if I'm trying to connect to a server and if the firewall blocks me, so what I can do is I can use an exploit with which firewall should connect with me, not I should connect with firewall. So no one will block no one. I would be getting the access also, right? Understood the scenario? What I'm trying to explain? Any doubt, anyone? Show some demo. Okay. And RK Mishra, yeah, never try these things on live websites. You could get a legal case. All these penetration testing things are done under rules and regulations, and proper paperwork is signed by the company as well as the penetration tester. So never perform these things on a live website without permission. Yeah. So
Sir, what
what,
about in bug bounty, sir? Bug bounty platform we can try, sir.
like, sorry?
In bug bounty platform we can try, sir.
Yeah, on bug bounties you can try, but don't do, you can say, don't do a packet loading transfer on there, because that is not valid there. They, like, you can say, automation is not allowed in bug bounties, because what automation do, they provide so many packets at the same time to the server, which can even lead to DOS attack. So companies uh, provide in rules and regulations that don't use automation scanning tools, because they could harm the experience of the website. So you could try on those bug bounty platforms, but just take care of the packets you are transferring. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So you could get a legal case. That is true. So always be careful. Never try anything without a permission. Sorry. So let's set the R host 192.168.127.129. This is my metasploitable IP address. This is my L host that is listening. So what this exploit will do, I am not connecting to the server. I am sending a request to the server that connect to me, so that if a firewall is there, I'll not get blocked. Nothing will happen. I'll get the session easily, because that victim's system is connecting to me, not I am connecting to that system. Okay. So everything following, everyone following? Any doubt till now? Ready to exploit? So exploit. And as you can see, command shell session 2 opened. Now see here. Which IP address is this?
Our attacker IP, sir.
Yeah. Reverse TCP handler means I am sending a request to the system that connect to me. And with this way, you'll not get blocked with the firewall. So always make and always whenever you'll be making exploits, always try reverse TCP because that's the best practice. So let's check. Uname -a Linux Metasploit. We are in ls directories. Everything is similar. So this was the third way. I not much know, but I heard. Okay. Show follow RVDP must follow. Yeah, you should. So everyone got till here. Any doubt in these three exploitations? Sorry. Try yourself, and if you have any doubt, you could ask.
Sir, suppose if our IP gets blocked, how to overcome that, sir?
Sorry.
If suppose firewall detected our IP and it blocked our IP address, how to overcome and perform again that scan, sir?
You have to jump your IP. You have to change your IP MAC address. Like in Kali Linux, there's Tor browsing and there's IP jumping. You could use Tor browser for that. Like
we have to change the MAC address, sir.
we have to change the IP address. Like service Tor start. I have not set it up Tor. So you could use Tor browser for your IP jumping.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So if we try to exploit the port with SMB client rather than Metasploit, will it have the same effect on?
You could use SMB client also, but the problem is you should know the ID and password.
Sir, like SSH, is there any like default password for the SMB client?
Yeah, there are, but if there is no default credentials like turned on, if the credentials are changed, then there's a problem. You could use SMB client, not an issue.
Okay, sir.
Sir, does HTTP works the same way? HTTP, yeah, you could use it. Yeah, it is the same way. You can practice on Hack the Box. Hack the Box is the same. There are missions, there are machines. You have to work similarly. Just scan the ports, check the exploits, and access. For signing up in Hack the Box, you have to first hack the box. We usually prefer Bash shell scripting or Python scripting. So this was Hack the Box. Like there are, you could learn penetration testing. Like the best resources, learn how to use Metasploit. Like what I'm using this MSF console. Learn properly how to use MSF console. That is the best resource for Hack the Box, because in Hack the Box everything is same. Like what I have done today, you have to approach like doing port scanning. Do the port scan, find the open ports, exploit using MSF console. So if you are able to recognize the ports and able to recognize the exploits, like which exploit to use at what time, that is the best practice. Sorry, I mean they always only teach for compy coding. Where can we learn? Like Python scripting you could learn on YouTube also. There are so many things. Like that is not a big deal. If anyone knows how, like if anyone knows Python, they could easily do Python scripting. There's just one line difference. Don't look at a book, just open YouTube. Only 2 to 3 videos are enough for you to writing in Python scripting. That's it. But if you know Python, then only 2 to 3 videos are enough. But if you don't know Python, first learn Python, then do Python scripting. For Bash, for Bash, there are only 8. Like I could provide you a resource. There was, yeah. How to send this link. This is the playlist for Bash shell scripting to learn. You can watch this whole playlist for learning Bash shell scripting.
Sir, Nmap and
Sorry.
Gen, what are the alternatives, sir? Any alternatives?
Any alternative for?
Nmap and Genmap after.
Like there's no like there must be alternatives. I don't know, but Nmap is the best for in scanning.
Okay.
Because Nmap can provide stealth scan and every scan in just one command, and it's strong, it's stealthy, so it is more powerful. So everyone was able to exploit these 3 things easily. Any doubts or any other doubt you could ask? Or we could end the session.
Sir, you used Metasploitable Linux on the VMware.
Yeah, this is the VMware. VMware is like more easy to set up and more stable. In VirtualBox, you have to download ISO file and then you have to set up ISO file. In VMware, there are just this, the way I told you, just double click and it is set it up automatically.
But sir, as such, the file you provided was not working in the Oracle VirtualBox for
Yeah,
Metasploitable Linux.
because that was a VMware file. This VMDSK. It was a VMware disk. But You could make it work in Oracle VirtualBox also by setting it up in the VirtualBox. Like when you'll be setting up, it will ask you for a disk image. You could provide that inside that. So that is why I don't use VirtualBox. It is a like a long setup. So what do you prefer, VMware or VBox? And not in terms of setup. Like VMware is more stable, I think. I've always used VMware only because VirtualBox is having but stable. Yeah, because VMware is supportable on every device and it is stable. VirtualBox provides a lot of errors while installation for a lot of users. So easy setup, stable performance, everything.
Sir,
Yeah,
is it true that VMware has more bugs than VirtualBox?
I never found any bug in VMware. For me, it was stable every time. I've been using it since 2 to 3 years.
Sir, VMware is free or paid one, sir?
Like it's free. VMware is free. The link I provided, that is for free VMware, and even mine is also free. Anyone here knows how to use Burp Suite?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, like I'm not feeling well, so that is why. Yeah, what was the questions? How to exploit that SMTP? Should I show you the scenario, like exploiting? Mass scan is for subdomain enumeration. On a website when we create account, so I use test@123.burp collaborator link. Acha. After this, I got 3 DNS and 1 SMTP. Like in SMTP, what you got in SMTP? What data you got about SMTP? Sure, Shaksham, we'll provide it in the WhatsApp group only. Ved Prakash, what data of SMTP you got? According to that, I'll tell you how to exploit.
Sir, can you exploit them for some other ports, sir?
Sorry.
Or some other ports, can you show some exploits, sir?
Like you could what I'll suggest, you should try on your own for the practice. For doubts, I'm here only. Like you could try on uh, this MySQL only. Where is MySQL? Here it is. So MySQL, where is my MSF console? Search MySQL. So here are these exploits and all. So let's enumerate the users. A good exploit. R hosts set R hosts 192.168.127.129. So what this exploit is doing, are you able to see this exploit? Everyone? Jagdesh sir?
Yes, sir. I can see. Sir,
Yeah,
what
so
auxiliary, sir? Using auxiliary.
these are just folders only, named folders, like see, auxiliary scanner. So what I'm doing is I'm enumerating the usernames of this IP address. So there are 2 to 3 types of attacks. Here, what is happening? First, we are enumerating the usernames, and after that, we can brute force passwords. So this is a one kind of attack. So what is happening here is, as you can see, usernames will be stored inside this path, and after that, we can use those usernames to brute force the password. Okay.
Okay, sir.
There are so many exploits you could use. Any exploit you like
Sir, like the exploits, or we are choosing it randomly, or we have to choose it specifically, sir?
like you should use it according to your need, like what kind of attack you are performing. Like here, what we were doing, why I used this, where it is, where's my Sama? See, why I used this type of exploit, because I wanted a backdoor inside that, so that I could access this whenever I like. So exploits depends according to your needs of attack.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Like here is the description of the attacks, like exploits. So you could see the description and you could match your needs. Like here, I use this exploit because it was able to perform command execution on the server. And if any attacker is able to perform command execution, that is the best part of the like hacking. Like if a black hat hacker is having a command execution privilege, he could take over the whole server. So according to your needs, you could use the exploits or you could make your own also.
Okay, sir.
Sean, can you talk about it on W? I will share the assessment. Yeah, sure, Ved, you could, if you are having my number, you could talk there only. So please provide today's recording because of physician installing Metasploitable in VirtualBox. But sure, sir, how write exploit? Using Python scripting and using your logics. Like if you know programming, you could make exploits. Like if there's a way. VRFY. Like see, Jagadesh sir,
Yes, sir.
as you can see, it has enumerated these usernames and passwords. Like not passwords, only usernames. Backup, bin, daemon, FTP games. These are the usernames which are present inside this system.
Okay.
So
Then,
you can use these usernames now to like uh, brute force the passwords.
okay.
Sir, but brute forcing the password for all these users will take a lot of time. So, how can we find that the one which contains more information we try to do on a specific like system or syslog like this?
There's there's no shortcut in hacking, and the second name of hacking is patience. Just keep two things in mind. These two things. If there's a need, you have to check all these usernames. Wait, Prakash, you could contact me on WhatsApp if you having my number. Is there any need to shift to 16? Like, not at all. You just need a virtual machine to run properly. That's it. No version is like, no version is mandatory in VMware. Most welcome, RK Mishra. Most welcome. So, should we end the session? Is it clear to everyone? Most welcome, Tushar. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming and joining the session. Get the keys on Google. Thank you so much, Selva. So, uh, In the next session, we'll be doing bug bounties. I'll be helping you to earn money, and then everything depends upon your luck and hard work both. Thank you so much. If your luck and hard work is there, you could get $500, $4,000, $8,000, a lot of money.
Sir, yes, sir. Do you have like any social media account I can add you on?
You could have my Instagram and LinkedIn. I could provide the link.
Yes, sir. Do that. All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Okay, so see you guys in the next session. We'll be ending the session. If anyone is having any doubt, they could connect me on any social media. Where can we get the recording? I'll be providing the link in WhatsApp group only. So thank you so much everyone for joining. It was a great session with all of you. Practice these exploits. So you all can sign off. Thank you so much.